It's day 108 and we're headed back to the trail. We're in Winchester right now at the La Quinta Hotel, and we are getting a late start because we wanted to do laundry and be prepared for the rain, or at least wait the rain out a little bit. Today's a big day. There's gonna be a lot of things happening today and tomorrow. So when we get back on trail, like, we're gonna hit the 1,000-mile mark right there, and then afterwards, like pretty soon afterwards, we're gonna finally cross out of Virginia into West Virginia. So that means we finally have crossed, what, 4 states: Georgia, North Carolina, Tennessee, and Virginia, and we'll be in West Virginia. And then tomorrow we walk into Harper's Ferry and the unofficial halfway point. And we'll go register with the ATC and update our tags or whatever they do there. And my dad lives in Harper's Ferry, or has a house in Harper's Ferry, so we're gonna stop and say hello and stay there, and we'll see what happens after that. Well, we just got dropped off at Morgan Mill Road at 999.7 mile mark, which means we're about to hit the 1,000 mark.
I'm gonna be the man who's working hard for you. And when the money comes in for the work I do, I'll pass almost every penny on to you. When I come home, oh, I know I'm gonna be the man who comes back home to you. And if I drove, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who's going over you. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be a man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at you too.
We have traveled over 1,000 miles by foot or by a little bit by boat on our own power. Pretty epic. Onward to West Virginia. Almost there. Well, just came through Snickers Gap on our way to Raven Rock. We are on our way to Harper's Ferry. I'm so excited to get out of Virginia. It's gonna be awesome. We're about 3 miles away. Good times. It's definitely humid. Whew. I'm sweating like crazy. It rained this morning. Didn't get rid of it. I got a little bit ahead of stick. Coming up, there's a very special monument for our trip. I'm gonna wait for him. There it is. Wow, we made it. The first big milestone. Well, I mean, 1,000 miles is a pretty big milestone, but I don't know. After being in Virginia for like a month, over a month, it feels great to be crossing out of Virginia, the biggest state on the Appalachian Trail, mileage-wise. I think it's like 572 miles. I'm so happy that we are done with Virginia. That means 4 states done. Georgia, North Carolina, Tennessee, and Virginia are done, and we are now in West Virginia. God, it feels amazing. Be in a different state. We're right on our way to Ravens Rock in West Virginia. It's a lookout or something. We ran into a bunch of people when we were sitting at the state line. A bunch of day hikers walking by was like, oh, don't break here. There's an awesome view at Ravens Rock. And kind of like, this state line sign is the view that we wanted to see most today. So a difference in perspective, I guess. You know, I will love seeing a view, but right now that state sign was definitely the view that I wanted to see. Then we ran into Willpower, who we've hiked around before. And he said there's a whole bunch of people we know behind us. Yeah, I think we're all making a push for Harper's Ferry. Almost there. I don't know what the fuss is about. It's like the worst view I've ever seen. First day back on trail from a 6-day Aqua-Blaze. I'm already getting hit with rain again. Rainforest, I tell you. Wow, just came out onto West Virginia 9, and I'm going 0.3 south to hit up a like sweet like gas station or something, because I want a cold Gatorade and maybe a Slurpee or something, and maybe I'll take a Modelo back to camp with me. I got another 2 miles to go for the day. It's getting late though, so gotta make this trip quick. All right. Okay, so I didn't really notice it. Stick brought it up, it was pretty funny. But we walked 0.3 off the trail on this road, West Virginia 9, to go to the convenience store, the gas station, for some cold drinks. And what I didn't realize is that we walked back across the state line into Virginia to do so. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I gotta come back. When I come up, like I saw the sign and it didn't register. It said, welcome to Virginia. And because I was in West Virginia, I didn't think much of it. Like, I saw Virginia and I didn't think about it, that like we were crossing the state again. So when I get down here, I'll show the sign. It's pretty funny. So that's where I came out, right over there. And then the sign behind me that I walked that way to go to the gas station said, welcome to Virginia. But then over there, you look over there, there's the Welcome to West Virginia sign. This sign is a lot harder to read. Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. I didn't even think about it when I saw it. I was like, oh, Virginia, you know. Didn't think about the difference. And yeah, I'm back in West Virginia. It was only a 0.3 offshoot to go pick up some Modelo. And now 2 miles to camp. Day 109. It rained early morning, which was a little bit more than it was supposed to. And then there was supposed to be a weather window from like 6 a.m. to 9, or maybe it was 5 to 9. But when my alarm went off at like 5:40, it was 5:40. Yeah, it was supposed to be 5:40 to 9. When my alarm went off, it was pouring. I waited a little bit, but then I saw it was gonna get real light for an hour or so. So I hurried up and packed up and took off. So I'm a little bit ahead of Stick. I told Stick I was gonna be doing that. Stick didn't want to wake up early, so he'll be following behind at some point. Yeah, I only have like 3 miles to the bridge and then like 5 miles to the HEC. Whoa, got a clothesline. So I'm getting pretty excited. So I'm waiting about this day for a long time. So hopefully I get there before the real rain comes, because it's supposed to rain like the next 3 days. Pretty hard actually, I think. So stay tuned. About 0.7 to go to the bridge. So I gotta walk through town a bunch. Let me tell you, I've been daydreaming about this since I started at Springer. The unofficial halfway point. I'm assuming when the trail was shorter, this was the halfway point or something. What's up? But yeah, pretty exciting. Try not to die here. The rocks are a little slick. Of course, everything's wet. But yeah, been daydreaming about this for 1,020 miles or whatever. And it's almost here. Pretty crazy. Pretty excited. And there's my old friend, the Shenandoah River. Doesn't look too bad. We could have made it. walking in, across the bridge, across the Shenandoah River to Harper's Ferry, West Virginia. Oh man, the unofficial halfway point. Go me. Oh, I thought the AT walked right into Harper's Ferry, but it's actually a Blue Blaze. I didn't realize that until I just got to it. Still cool. Headed to the ATC. Well, I made it, and they don't open till 9. So I got a little waiting to do. It's like 8:21 or something like that right now. So a little bit of time. Well, I haven't been filming that much. I was taking some much needed rest, but I'm still here in Harper's Ferry. This is my first zero. Yesterday was like a very short Nero, like 3 miles into town. Did my registration, got my picture taken, all that stuff. And then I spent the rest of the day just going out to dinner and relaxing, drinking some beers, visiting family and my dad. And now today we went out to Waffle House for breakfast, did some resupply at Dollar General, and now we're going to the Outfitters downtown. But it's pretty much another zero today, possibly tomorrow too because of weather. I knew I was going to spend some time here in Harper's Ferry, so it's not really a surprise. But I'm not sure how much I'm going to film, so this might be a combined couple days of film. Yeah, and yeah, stay tuned. Hopefully not too boring for my zero day. Quick update. It is my second zero day in Harper's Ferry at my dad's house. Stick is still here. We took 2 zeros, well, almost 3 because we only did 3 miles coming in on Sunday. It is day 111? Day 111. And we have done nothing but rest our bodies, drink Modelo's, and eat some great food here in Harper's Ferry. We had a Waffle House. I forget the name of the... Went to a place like an Applebee's or Ruby Tuesdays. I forget what it was called. It was kind of local, I think. And then today we went to a Mexican restaurant. So we're hitting it all. And we head out tomorrow, but I might have some other plans a little bit later tomorrow evening. So really Stick might be heading out of the trail tomorrow. And then I'll be heading out Thursday morning because I gotta go see some friends that are in the area too. But I just wanted to keep this as a placeholder. I am still on trail, and it is day 111. Tuesday? It's Tuesday. Oh my God. But I know, not very interesting, and I just wanted to make sure that all days are accounted for. So that's the whole purpose of this video. Sorry. And I've been working on a new intro, and planning what Maryland and Pennsylvania are going to be, because I'm starting to cross some states now that I'm out of Virginia. Day 112. Excuse me. I didn't realize I had a frog in my throat. I'm at Bolivar Bakery, or Bread and Bakery, and I'm gonna get some coffee and maybe some snacks, and I'm gonna head out. Well, this isn't technically Harper's Ferry, it's right next to it, but we're right by the ATC. The ATC's right up the street, right up there, and we're gonna head back out on the trail, head out of Harper's Ferry, and we're gonna be out of West Virginia already via Maryland. So yeah, stay. Well, we're coming back down the Blue Blaze from the ATC back to the trail after much rest and good food, good visit, and yeah, we're not out of Harper's Ferry yet because the ATC's up high, and I guess when we get back on trail, even though we've been downtown already, like going to the outfitters and stuff, now that we're back on trail, I think we go right back through town at the very bottom of it. So stay tuned. Kind of looks like the Alamo. I wonder if there's a basement.
Tortillas. Do we have any Mexican Americans with us today? Well, buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
Yes, there are thousands and thousands of uses for corn, all of which I will tell you about right now. Upon this battlement in 1836, 200 Texas volunteers, including such heroes as Davy Crockett, Bill Travis, and Jim Bowie, fought off an onslaught of 4,000 Mexican troops under the command of General Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna. At this time, I'd like to conclude our tour, and I mean it, y'all have been one of the greatest groups I have ever worked with, really. Okay, are there any questions? Yes.
Where's the basement?
Excuse me?
Aren't we gonna see the basement?
There's no basement at the Alamo.
All right, well, I got some great news. It was even news to me. I wasn't paying attention. I didn't see a sign. But when we crossed that bridge, that first bridge by the railroad tracks, god dang. Watch out, there's motorized scooters everywhere on this footpath. Be careful. I'm about to get taken out. Anyway, yeah, we crossed the Maryland state line. So we are no longer in Virginia or West Virginia. We are in Maryland. It feels good to not have to say the word Virginia anymore going forward for a while. Nothing against it, but it's been a long time coming. So we are officially in Maryland. And we're not even going to be in Maryland for very long before we cross another state line into Pennsylvania. So what is that? We got West Virginia, Virginia, North Carolina, Tennessee, and Georgia. We have 5 states down. And I forget how many to go. I think it's 13. So 8 to go. Yeah, but on another note, I don't mind sharing the Appalachian Trail with horses, which I never saw one on the trail, but there was a bunch of sections where horses were allowed. But not so crazy about sharing it with bikes, mountain bikes, downhill bikes, and electric bikes. It's a little, I don't know, they come out of nowhere. They're so quiet. Well, I'm in Brunswick, Maryland, and I'm stopping by to maybe visit a few friends that I have in the area. But I'm also, you know, it's the middle of the work day, middle of the week, so, you know, they're all probably at work. And not trying to rub that in. And I finally found the first American Legion along my travels that had an open club room while I was passing through. So I'm at Post 96 and having a few beers. And great place. Day 113. It is Thursday. I forget the date. June something. Just had a little breakfast or lunchish at Penny's Diner, and I'm leaving Brunswick and headed back to the trail. And I can't go too far because I gotta help Stick pick something up at one of the towns coming up. God, I can't remember anything when I turn the camera on. It's like something with a B. So I only got about 13 miles to go today. Camp out, and then tomorrow go into town and pick up a new pair of shoes that Stick ordered. Stick still doesn't have his ID, so it had to be sent to me because I still have my ID and I can go pick it up. So that's why we're kind of like stuck here for a little bit, waiting for that. And then after that, I'm going to try to make a big push. I want to try to make it to New Jersey before I get off trail, or at least right to the border, so I don't have any Pennsylvania left at the end. That being said, stay tuned. I've been doing lots of road walking today because this area is really pretty, and I was hoping to catch a convenience store or a gas station for some cold drinks because it is hot. I am sweating my ass off, but as beautiful as the road walk has been, it's been barren as far as gas stations and convenience stores. So I haven't had shit. Anyway, I am almost to a creamery. That's, I'm hoping, have some drinks. Maybe not just cream, but we'll see. We'll see what I get. Almost there, about like a mile ago. Oh, I gotta be careful not to make myself sick. I just guzzled an entire bottle of water, a Coke, and now I've got a milkshake here at the South Mountain Creamery in You've Got Me, Maryland. I'm not sure where I'm at. Does it say it? No. I have to look at the map. Anyway, get back on trail right up here after. So that was the plan. It's hot as hell, and a nice cold milkshake is perfect. Well, no more road walking. I'm back by the trail, about to go in. I don't have much more to go before camp for today, which is good because I don't know if it's my shoes, my socks, or road walking that really I think I got blisters again. I got blisters my whole trip until a road walk one other time, so I'll be careful, a little more careful on the road, or stop wearing these thin ass socks. Well, we're at the campground. Apparently in Maryland, you can only stay at designated camp spots. And here's one. No shelter, but it's got bathrooms. Pretty crazy. The trail goes right down the middle. It's basically a road. A lot of people here. I can't tell if they're through hiking or not. It's Thursday, so I was surprised to see like day hike or weekenders. But sticks around here somewhere because the hammock set up. Well, maybe they are in there. I had a rude awakening. I didn't realize I put my tent back in its bag wet the other morning when I was coming to Harper's Ferry, so it's nice and stinky. Don't let it air out. All right, I did some looking up of what the next couple days look like. Hopefully I remember all the names, but we're at Dahlgren Campground, and about 0.2 from, I don't know, some road that leads into Boonesboro. And tomorrow, so we have like 0.2 tomorrow morning, and then we have to get on that road and go to the Boonesboro post office, which is like 2.5 miles in. So it'll be like 5 miles detour to try to go pick up Stick's sneakers that he ordered. But from where we are right now, we're only 23 miles from the Pennsylvania border. So I say in the next 2 days we'll be out of Maryland. And yeah, going fast now. Well, we all know Pennsylvania's a little big, so it'll slow down a little bit when we get to Pennsylvania. But yeah, finally into the northern states after the Mason-Dixon line. Be nice to be in the north, technically. Yeah. So that's what is going on. And then I'm going to try to make it as close to New Jersey as possible before I get off on the 26th of June. Because Maddie's graduation is June 27th. And I got to be there for that, of course. And then my 20-year wedding anniversary is on July 2nd. And of course, I got to go for that. So I'll be off for quite a few days. Probably won't come back to the trail until after July 4th weekend. I think that'll be probably like July 7th, Monday. Or maybe July 6th, Sunday. Maybe that. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And, you know, I'm still raising money for the Black River American Legion. So if you are able to do so, go ahead and check out the last flyer on the end of the video. It's got the information where you can do a donation through PayPal. If you can handle it, by all means, we'll enjoy your donation so that we can try to, what we're trying to do is raise money so that we can be able to donate to local veteran organizations or community organizations. So that's what the money will be used for, not for, you know, well, I don't know. That's what it's intended for. I'm not going to say it isn't used for anything. Yeah. Stay tuned. Tomorrow should be pretty interesting, or at least in the next couple of days. We'll cross another border. All right. Check that. Day 114. And it's Friday, June. Why did I mess up? June 13th? Yeah. My days got a little off from the date and it's been confusing me. I think I'm a day off. Oh, well, I'm right into the sun. Okay, I was trying to get the sign. Anyway, I'm not going to say Maryland has more historic sites to see than anywhere else I've been on the trail. But what I'm going to say is they do seem to have a better marking. Like, there's signs everywhere of where you're at and what you're doing. Kind of cool. Mission complete. Stick has got a new pair of shoes. New boot goofing. Yeah, we're in Boonesboro. We're leaving the post office now. And we're gonna go to a deli that's nearby. That doesn't open for a little while, but we're gonna try to get some food and maybe pack out a sandwich for later. But while we were at the post office, I found a flyer on the table, and there's a local art student who is doing portraits of thru-hikers for their project. So we texted them, and we're gonna meet up with them at the deli, get our portraits taken, and then they offered us a ride back to the trailhead afterwards. So we got a lot of wins today. Stay tuned. Real bummer. I waited here for like an hour for this place to open, and it's 11:18 and it still hasn't opened. Time to go find somewhere else to eat. All right, back on trail. Got some lunch, dinner, whatever you want to call it. And we got our pictures taken by Lee for her project. And I don't know how far we're going to try to go today, but it's hot. And it's uphill, not my favorite. Well, we're coming through a state park right now. And, are we gonna get little facts about George Washington all the way up? Interesting. So yeah, so apparently, I don't know if I said it in the video that we were going to pass it today or not, but we're going to be passing the original Washington Monument. I never knew it existed. History classes have failed me. Apparently 60 years before the one that we know today was built, there was another one here in Washington County, Maryland, and we're in the park right now that we're leading up to it. So, and I just noticed that they're giving us a little trivia as we go up. Let's have a look-see. There she is. Pretty neat. Kind of interesting, walking through a little bit of a residential area between two houses. Haven't done that in a while. Annapolis Rocks and Spring, quarter mile. That's where I'm staying for the night. Stick gonna go a little bit further. My feet are done. They are done today. All right, well, I'll see you in the morning. All right, let's go make camp. Day 115, Saturday, and I didn't get very far yesterday with our trip to town, and my feet are starting to bother me. I think it's time for new shoes, but I'm really trying to get as far as I can, and then it rained last night, so before I get off. So I don't know how far I'm gonna make it. I was really trying to make a push to the Delaware Water Gap, but that's a lot of miles, and I don't think it's gonna happen. I think it's gonna be earlier than that. So I will still probably have some Pennsylvania to finish when I come back to the trail. That's the reality of it, I think. Unless I get crazy and start doing 22-mile days, it'll probably take 21 or 22 miles a day to get to the Delaware Water Gap by the timeline I want to get there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen. I'm going to try though, but the rain is throwing a wrench into the mix because my feet feel even worse when they get wet. Warning to anyone who is planning on coming out: when your feet get wet, blisters are much more easy to come by. I didn't have a single blister my whole hike until coming into Waynesboro, Virginia, when it was like wet grass for like 3 days and my feet were just wet the whole time. And I got a blister coming in. I got 2 big blisters coming into there, and then tried to heal my feet on the Aqua-Blaze, and actually messed them up more with some sunburn and some like road rash from my sandals, with sand getting under them. But that started to heal, and then yesterday, like, my feet weren't even that wet, but I don't think those blisters have healed completely, and almost like they almost restarted. I think it's because I think my shoes are crap now, and I know I'm being stubborn. I think I want to switch back to the boots, so I'm really trying hard to make it to my exit point in Pennsylvania with these shoes and come back to the trail with boots on again. We shall see. But anyway, I haven't had very good signal the last day and a half. Couldn't get my video up from 2 days ago. And my phone's starting to act up. I don't know if it's left residual from getting wet during the Aqua-Blaze, or it's just acting funny because there's such crappy signal. We shall see. Stay tuned. Okay, I'm in a little bit of a slump. It is so humid out because it wants to rain again and hasn't started yet. And I'm dripping sweat, and it's just uncomfortable. And I haven't even gotten to Pennsylvania yet. I'm pretty close. But these rocks in Maryland, whew, I'm sick of the rocks, and I haven't even gotten to Rocksylvania. I'm in trouble. Yeah, I've been in a grumpy mood this morning because my feet hurt and didn't sleep well, and mugginess and the rocks. I'm a little in the dumps. Not like I'm gonna quit or anything, but definitely not my favorite day. And I'm probably being a grumpy old man, like get off my lawn type. But like, there's like 10 unsupervised children running the trail this morning at like 9 o'clock. Looked like Lord of the Flies. And somebody thought it would be a good idea to give them whistles. So on top of their yelling, they're also blowing whistles nonstop. Not like they're in trouble, just blowing them. And that was slightly annoying, but I think I was just grumpy to begin with, which caused me to be a little bit less tolerant. So I'm not really bitching, I'm just telling you how it was. And then I did get my mood perked up a little bit. There's a whole group of people, part of a trail hiking club in DC. We're out doing a hike, but they're carrying a bunch of trail magic. So I got an apple. That was cool. I didn't catch their group's name. There was a lot of them, so it wasn't even, if they would have told me their names, I would have forgot. By the time they got to the last person, I would have forgot the first 5. So didn't exchange names, but great group of people. So that was cool. Stick and I stayed at separate campsites last night because I was done. My feet are already hurt. And we've only done like 6 miles. And I was sweaty and gross and just didn't feel it. So I'm having a couple days, I guess. I'm probably going for the slowest known time through Maryland. Is that a thing? You know, they got the 4-state challenge. People go right through everything. I've now been in Maryland for like 4 days. And I'm gonna meet up with some friends when I get out to the road one last time while I'm here. So I won't actually hit Pennsylvania. It's probably tomorrow morning. Yeah, so there's that. And yeah, but they should call it Rocky Maryland too, because I haven't seen what everyone complains about in Pennsylvania yet, but I'm sure it's worse. I'm not saying it's not. Maryland is pretty rocky too. Anyway, that's an update. Stopped for a break, caught up to Stick, and we've been making plans and changing plans. But yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely working on the slowest known time through Maryland at this point. got there, Stick?
A cold water.
Oh, we got some more trail magic for today. Hell yeah. So, quick little update. As you can tell, I'm not on the trail. I am in Hagersburg town, Hagersburg. And I came off trail yesterday at MD 491, about 6 miles south of the Pennsylvania border, because I wanted to meet up with some friends that live in Maryland. But it's been an interesting, 24 hours, I guess. So, I woke up yesterday morning and I kind of felt like shit. My feet hurt. I think I said it earlier in the video. But when I met up with Stick at the shelter, I said we were changing plans and making plans. And one of my plans was I wanted to try to make it to the Delaware Water Gap by the time I come off on June 26th. And I just don't think it's possible. And it's, and then especially with coming off to see some friends, I kind of didn't meet my quota for miles yesterday, which just compiled the fact that I'm probably not going to make it. So with my feet hurting and then having a good time last night, I ended up getting a hotel. And then when I went to check out this morning, I had a moment, and it's supposed to rain for the next couple of days, and I was this close to going to the Enterprise right down the street and going home early. You know, not for good, but I was really struggling with the idea of walking out into the rain, and you know, it's Father's Day, and, you know, being homesick and missing everybody. And knowing that that is coming soon, I kind of wanted it to happen now, kind of thing. So it was really hard to go out on trail today. Well, I got through it. I'm not getting off. I'm going to start back up tomorrow, and I'm going to cross into Pennsylvania. But I did end up zeroing, which was definitely not in the plans. And then on top of that, just so you guys got an update, wondering where Stick is. Stick had no intention of getting off yesterday because they made plans once they crossed into Pennsylvania that they were going to catch a ride back home to go settle some of the effects of losing the wallet. So, fix ID and bank card and stuff. So Stick is actually, I actually haven't talked to him today, but Stick is probably off trail as we speak, and going to come back in a week. So when I start tomorrow, kind of crazy thinking about it. When I start tomorrow, almost everybody I've spent a lot of time with on the trail is off trail right now. You know, it's a weird feeling, and I mean, I'm going to be off for longer than a week, almost 2, when I do get off. So people will catch up, and Stick will probably be ahead of me. I might not ever see Stick again, honestly, the way this, I mean, the trail works in mysterious ways, but if you just do the simple math of it, what will probably happen is I'll get ahead of Stick by the time Stick gets back on next week, and then I'll get off, and I'll be off for 2 weeks, and then Stick will get ahead of me, and then Optimus comes back in the end of June too, and he's got to catch up. So I might run into Optimist again. I might run into Princess Peach. But for the most part, a lot of the people that I know are still ahead of me, or they're off trail and they're not coming back. It's kind of a weird feeling. I'm glad I stuck it out. I was really close to going to get that rental car. So anyway, I just took a day to relax my feet and not go home early. And I wanted to put this in the video so I don't have to have a 0 day in there. Well, I'll count it in this video, but yeah, I didn't do much today except watch Marvel movies. Now I'm watching Goodfellas, Modelo, resting my feet. But yeah, I'll start again tomorrow morning. I'll cross the Pennsylvania border tomorrow. I'll get somewhere into Pennsylvania, and it's looking more like I'll probably be mid-Pennsylvania when I come off trail to go home instead of closer to New Jersey. But just wanted to, it was a rough day. Like, not a rough day, like, I wasn't like really freaking out about it, but I was just not motivated to go back on trail with the rain and, you know, my feet hurting and kind of being homesick and it being Father's Day and stuff, and not really having any of my friends around. So I convinced myself just to take the day instead of taking the rental car. So I'll be back on trail tomorrow. Stay tuned. Sorry to alarm anybody. Day 116. I feel better today. It's cool. It's chilly. Got a late start. You know, I used every bit of my my allowance at the hotel, so I didn't even leave until 11. But don't have far to go. About 6 miles to the border, and yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Get out of Maryland finally. I know the slowest known time. I think everybody I know passed me too. Well, not everybody, but a bunch of people that I wanted to run into, I think they got ahead of me. So maybe if I move fast, I'll catch up. We'll see. But yeah, it's a nice cool day. It's probably gonna rain, but you know, it is what it is. Well, I'm in Penmar State Park. Just walked up to this overlook. Pretty nice. And it says I only have 1,080 miles to get to Katahdin. I think that sign's old. I don't think that's accurate. But you'll never guess who I just ran into. Sketchbook. Enjoying the view. So we'll probably run into each other again because I'm not getting far today. But we're, I think we were discussing it, and like everyone talks about the Virginia blues. I don't think it's, I don't have the Virginia blues. I think he said it too. There's kind of like this halfway blues, I think that's hitting us. Even though we hit the unofficial halfway and the halfway's coming up. And it's kind of like, you know, you're not really getting to, it's like celebratory, but like kind of like daunting that you still have exactly what you've done to go. And it's only going to get harder as it goes. That I think that's like hitting our brains a little funky. So anyway, we stopped and chatted for a while, and shared our experiences. And now I got a little bit, and I'm gonna be in Pennsylvania. That's gonna feel good, but after that, the only real milestone I got after that is to hit the actual halfway point, which is that's gonna burn me a little bit again. I think it'll be an accomplishment, but also I felt like I've hit the halfway already with the unofficial Harper's Ferry halfway. So yeah, and the weather's not great. It's nice and cool, not great for hiking if I really wanted to hike. But it's also impending doom of rainfall too, like a couple drops here and there. So yeah, today I'm back on trail, but I'm and it was nice running into Sketchbook, but and I know I'm going to cross the Pennsylvania border and there'll be 6 states down, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, I feel like, I don't know, I'm definitely Eeyoreing it a little bit the last couple of days. Like, not super excited. I'm excited to go home. I think that really is really a, if you set a timeline that you're going to take a break or something for something, like, be careful when it gets close to that time, because then you're like, oh, I could just go get a rental car today. I could just go home early, you know, and then your progress almost like gets stunted. I don't know. You would think it'd be motivation to get to where you planned, but like, I've been very fluid with my trip as it is, so like, you know, it kind of puts a thought in your head, like, oh, I could just take a longer break. I could just, you know, like, and it starts creeping in your head. So, and I think Sketchbook was saying similar things, because I guess, you know, U-Haul injured himself and Mantis, so they actually dropped off a little bit ago. I'm not sure where, but so he's on his own right now. So he's kind of like doing the alone, too much in your head thought, I think. So hopefully he gets moving. He started thinking similar thoughts that I did. So there's that. Well, there's my update. Stay tuned. Pennsylvania coming soon. Hi guys. Tradition. I know I missed one back in the beginning of Maryland. I didn't do it right. Deer. Well, there you have it. 6 states down. Across the Mason-Dixon line into Pennsylvania. Finally out of Maryland. Slowest known time award. And looks like there's a log. Well, I must say, being a northerner myself, it does feel good to have crossed the Mason-Dixon line. And I'm in the north again. I'm gonna have to do some research. But I came off trail and caught a ride on the road to go to a bar that allows camping in the back. But where they dropped me off for the bar, like they missed a turn or something. I don't know where I am. Like, this is crazy. It looks like a military school, like a military school, like from the movies. Like, what was like, what was that with Tom Cruise? No. What was that? I forgot the name of the movie. Anyone remembers the movie? Tell me. When young Tom Cruise, True Colors or something? I don't know. And or like, what was the other one where they're? Yeah, I think that's the one I'm thinking of. I think I'm thinking they're two different movies, but it's the same. I don't know. It's just wacky looking, and it's dead, like almost like either a military school or like a mental hospital or something. Creepy. And with the weather, like it's been raining on and off all day, misty. Like, but this is. I'm gonna have to do some research and figure out where the hell I am. Oh, by the way, I do know where the bar is. Or what it's called. It's called the South Mountain Bar. But I don't know what that place was that I got dropped off in. What was called. So that's what I meant. Like, I know where I'm going, but I don't know where I was. Day 117, leaving the South Mountain Hotel. Great place. I highly recommend it. You know, not like, it's not a hostel, but like they offer for $5, like they offer, you know, a place to camp, shower, and like a porta potty outside. You can camp out back. You get to hang out at a bar for the night. Definitely up my alley. So anyway, more about this place I walked through last night. It is all of the above. Everything I said it looked like, it is. There's a military like school up here, a mental hospital, and a juvenile detention center. So it's like all of the above. I guess apparently it was built in the 30s as like a tuberculosis center. Something like that. So if anybody has any more information, fill in the gaps, sure. But yeah, it's massive. Looks like a campus, but then it looks like that building looks like a mental hospital. Then that building over there looks like part of a military academy. And I don't know where the juvenile detention center part is, but pretty nuts. It's like all of the above. I feel like I'm like those of you from New Jersey or New York, like Rockland Psych, kind of like reminds me of that grounds there. All right. Anyway, let's see how far I make it today. Stay tuned. For those who didn't figure it out from some of the sights I've been seeing, I decided to do a bit of a road walk today. A couple of reasons. You know, my feet are still bothering me, and it's supposed to rain tonight, bad, starting at 5. So I'm on PA 233. So I'm trying to make it to Pine Furnace, Pennsylvania. I'm so bad with names. I think there's an Iron Masters hotel or hostel or something. I'm trying to get inside for the night because of how much rain's coming tonight. But also, for those who know, I really want to do the half-gallon challenge today. Now, I don't think I would have made it before the rain if I stayed on trail. So I'm doing a bit of a road walk. Not too much of a shortcut, but it's the road, so it's a little easier to walk. And so far, it's been pretty cool. I pretty much had the road to myself, going through a state park and seeing lots of historic sites. So, cool. Stay tuned. Maybe I'll get to Pine Furnace and do the half-gallon challenge tonight. Well, I just arrived at the general store in Pine Grove Furnace. For those who don't know what's about to happen, I'm about to celebrate actually being past the halfway point with the half-gallon challenge. So I guess this is happening. I'm definitely not going for the record because the record's like 3 minutes, and you can't microwave it, so I don't know how the hell they did it. 3 minutes without drinking it? That's nuts. But I will eat all of this. I won't like it afterwards, probably. But when you're in Pine Grove Furnace and you're after the halfway, I guess you have to do this. All right, progress update. As I spit ice cream everywhere. I don't know if you can see, I'm almost done. Oh God. I'm so kind of disappointed I decided to do this. I should have stuck to my gun and said this was not for me. But here I am. And it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Well, I just completed the half-gallon challenge. And I'm gonna pay for that, I think. But, you know, went in Pine Grove Furnace. You gotta do it. All right, now to find Iron Master's hostel. This is the Iron Master's mansion, but that is not it. I'm gonna find it. I go up. Maybe. Well, the Iron Master's Hostel is a historic building, and it's pretty neat from a visual standpoint, but there's nobody here to manage it, so I don't recommend it. I tried to call, got no answer. And when you get here, it has like loose instructions on how to self-check-in, and they say there's a private room. Well, they say there's private room, or for a private room on the application form. And then I filled it out, and it's cash only, and you put the cash in the paper and you put it through a slot in the door. And then I walked up to the private room and found out it's taken. I thought there was more than one. There's not. So what the hell? Like, is anybody running this place? Like, I don't even think anybody's cleaning it either. No sign of anybody. So not my kind of place. Like, for 60 bucks, I got a shitty hotel room and had a private room that I knew was mine. I don't know. This is why I don't like hostel life. Shit like this drives me nuts. Cool little place. Also, no beer allowed in the state park. I was going to try to get some beer delivered through Uber, but then somebody told me there's no beer allowed or no alcohol allowed in the park. Must be Mormons. Yeah, had a great day. I'm going to be out of the rain, so I guess that's not the big deal. Ran into Rail Stretcher and a few other people. But yeah, like, if you're gonna have like a hostel, I don't know, it's like there's no manager or anything. Like, it's bizarre. I don't know if it's run by the park or what. I don't get it. But yeah, maybe I'll be able to get a shower. That's really all. Shower and stay out of the rain. I don't know. I wish I could get my money back though for the private room that's not available. So that sucks. Anyway, I don't know how far I'm gonna push for tomorrow, but I think, I don't know, I did my half-gallon challenge. I don't think I'm gonna do anything else today. Probably just relax, rest my feet. So, oh, and if you haven't, like, subscribe. Still raising money for the Black River American Legion, so if you have the ability to, check out the flyer at the end of the video. And catch you later. Okay, I got a update, or not update, but edit. I'm gonna leave in the section there I was bitching, but I found a flyer hanging around, you know, a little bit more than what Far Out has, and this place is kind of like park run, so they got like a part-time innkeeper. I don't know what that means. I don't know what hours they actually work, but it's kind of managed or kept up through donors and volunteers and stuff, so I can't be too harsh on it, you know, like if it is run by volunteers and whatnot and a part-time innkeeper, then who am I to bitch? But I wish I kind of knew that going into it a little bit more. Like, Far Out was kind of limited, I guess, or maybe I was reading it quickly, or I was more interested in eating ice cream or something at the time. It's a nice place, but like I said, like I kind of very like rigid about what I want, and kind of like, you know, I like paying and knowing what you're getting kind of thing. So I guess I should have come in here a lot more on the cheap thinking frame of mind and not like my own space type kind of thing. So forgive me for bitching. It is still a beautiful place, just not somewhere I would typically seek out. Let me put it that way. So I may have pushed further or gone somewhere else if I knew it was going to be like this. Just because, like I said, I kind of like that's why I go to hotels so much. I like my own space and, you know, my own bathroom. Like right now there's like a line to use the shower and stuff, and yeah, there's that. So take what you can take from this. All right, I just caught up with Rail Stretcher, or by cheating today by road walking, but I did my half-gallon challenge earlier before I ran into him, and now he's going to do his, so I get to watch somebody else do it today.
He's going for round two.
You just finished, and you said you're going to do 2 in one sitting? Well, I have to do a correction for my video yesterday. I mean, I did it right when I put it up there, like edited it wise, like when I put the title in, but I said yesterday was day 117. It was not. It was day 118. And today is day 119. So, sorry about that. I got a little confused. So, stay tuned for Boiling Springs. That's where I'm headed to today. We'll see. 19 miles or so.
Terrifying territories I can't take it. It's a great big atlas, and I'm feeling down. When you've gotten what you want, maybe I should start over. There's nothing left to want, all but let it again. You don't know
something oddly familiar about this bridge. This river. What is that place? Over there. I should go check it out. What do you think? Should I go check that place out? I think I should. Day 120. And guess where I am. If you didn't figure out from yesterday's video, I called it quits on my feet. I decided to come home early. So I was already planning, you know, you've heard me, I was planning on coming back the 26th because Maddie's graduation's on the 27th, but my feet, I kind of had enough. Like if you noticed, I was road walking a bunch at the end there, and I just couldn't get my motivation, and my feet were killing me. Like I had this like weird blister that was like working from the inside out. So I'm home. I walked almost to Boiling Springs yesterday, and then I hitched a ride into town and got a rental car and drove home, and I made it home and surprised everybody. That's what that little bit at the end of the video yesterday was. So I was trying to surprise everybody. So I will be home until like July 6th. I am not quitting. I'm not off trail permanently. I am off trail. I'm taking a sabbatical. So I will be filming every day while I'm home, but it's not going to be AT related. So if you're, I'm probably going to get my motorcycle out and go for a ride and stuff like that while I'm home. So I already got to change the battery. It's dead. That's my plan for today. Return the rental car and get the motorcycle running. So. Update. The bike is running again. And if it doesn't rain, maybe I'll go for a little spin. Day 121, and for those who don't know, this is where I live. This is the Black River in upstate New York, and I live in the village of Black River. But this is what I look at when I wake up in the morning. What's up, Walter? You tired? Huh?
That's what you guys do. Calmly hang out with him, right? Not with me, though. No.
Day 122. I need a vacation for my vacation. Today is the Legion bus trip, so we're gonna have some good old time today. If I can wake up. We are on the second annual American Legion bus trip. We're touring other legions in the North Country in New York. Day 126. I know, I lost some days in there. I've been pretty busy around the house, cleaning up some stuff, getting ready for Maddie's graduation, and partying with friends and stuff. So, I lost a few days. But I have a little bit of an update. For those who don't know, I had an iPhone 12 Plus. And the one that I had even had like a broken camera for the one where you zoom out, which made some things kind of a pain. I couldn't do like the fisheye or like do a pan out kind of scenario. But I was doing all right. And some people said it looked pretty good. Like asking what I was filming with, and I was like, it's just an iPhone. And it's broken. But after we went in the water, I started getting some cloudiness in some of the other cameras, including the one, like it wouldn't even do my facial recognition anymore. So in order for me to get a new phone, I have my wife, Nikki, she always gets the new stuff. So I got her a new, I guess a 16? Yeah, I guess an iPhone 16, and then I got a 15 or 13. Wow. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Give me a second. Yeah, so she got a 16 and I got an iPhone 13 Pro Max, which was her old phone. So now all my cameras work, and that's what I'm going to be using from this point forward. Still got some cleaning up to do. I got a writers meeting tonight. Obviously I'm not going to film the meeting, but maybe I'll film some tonight. I'd like to put an update out. The last video that anybody's seen is when I was coming off trail, and I was a little elusive about it in the first place. So I'm probably going to put this up and just have like a little bit of an update, and then the rest of my time home, try to do it in like a daily fashion, or maybe like every other day. Because Friday is my daughter's graduation. Saturday, we don't have anything going on, but Sunday is a party for her graduation. And then I still got my anniversary on July 2nd. Probably hang out for 4th of July weekend, and then I'll be back on trail on July 6th. So that's the plan, and here's an update. And I'm just gonna put this out. I wanna see how different the camera looks too. Yeah, I'll try to be a little bit better about filming while I'm home, but I didn't realize how not used to being around people and what it was easy to film on trail, I think, just doing updates and stuff, and being home, it's a little weird. I'm not used to, like, you know, I feel like the What Up Gang guy a lot when I'm home, so I'll try to do better. But here's an update, and that's what's been going on.
I guess so.
There she is, right there.
She's right there.
On the left side. Turning around.
Members gathered here this evening, welcome to Comet Field for commencement ceremony for the class of 2025. I'm Hope Foy, the principal of Carthage High School, and it is an honor and a privilege to be here with all of you. As we begin tonight, I'd like to take a moment to recognize some special guests that are here with us. The Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum and Instruction, Mrs. Barbara Zaire.
Austin Lee Baker.
Yeah!
Liliana Elizabeth Barkley. Austin James Charbonneau.
Yeah! I thought he was going to yell.
Macy Ann Copley. Madison Darby Werner. Madeline Maria Williams. Lillian Jane Williamson. You have officially received your high school diploma, and I am excited and honored to officially declare you high school graduates. At this time, please move your tassel from right to left, symbolizing the completion of an academic journey and a transition from one phase to another. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2025.
129. Time for some horseshoes. We got a little horseshoe tournament going on, put on by the Baker Brothers. And we are enjoying some sun in Black River, New York. What up, gang?
Why you start laughing when I pull up?
Because I did the thing. I was like, what up, gang? It is day 132. Right? Yeah, 132. And tomorrow is Nikki and I's anniversary, our 20th wedding anniversary. Don't worry, I'm not getting off trail. I'm just, this was a longer break than expected. I mean, like, I knew about the anniversary and the graduation, which that graduation and the graduation party already happened. But yeah, July 4th coming up, and then I'm gonna head back out on the trail on the 2nd. I mean the 6th, excuse me. But yeah, recording at home, not a lot going on besides family stuff and friend stuff, so kind of boring, and I haven't been filming all that much. But I just got an interesting voicemail. Dave just rolled up. His wife Christine called the local news company, and they might do an interview, so that'll be kind of interesting. Maybe I can include a part of that into my video. Day 133, July 2nd, Nikki and I's 20th wedding anniversary. And yeah, I'll be back on trail in about, what, 4 or 5 more days. I'm gonna drive back on the 6th. So I probably won't actually be on trail until the 7th, but yeah, that's the plan. And I think I've said it 100 times, but I'm really just trying to keep track of the days as it goes along. So the reason I'm doing that, even though these are all like 0 days or 0 week or Zeke, just still gonna track how long it took me to start to finish the end of the trail. So got to have them in here. So I don't know if we're gonna have much more interesting video footage. I mean, we had a lot going on, but we'll see. Like I said, I feel a little awkward doing the whole vlogging at home. Might be a problem for when I want to vlog things after the trail. But yeah, that's what's up. Stay tuned, like and subscribe, and I'll be back out there shortly. I haven't gotten an update from Stick, Optimist, or Princess Peach yet, because we're all off trail at the same time. Well, Stick I think got back on trail a couple days ago, somewhere in Pennsylvania. Optimist said he was getting back on around the 29th, and he would be down by Harper's Ferry. And then Princess Peach was in Ireland, and I don't know what's going on with Princess Peach. They're definitely coming back to the trail, but I don't want to expose their plans in case they haven't come out about what they plan on doing or haven't made their decision yet, so I won't go any further with that. But I'm looking forward to running into all of them in the future. So that's that.